Hey boys, and welcome back to another Bleach Race video. And today we're going to react to the 3 new character gameplays. And unfortunately, and it does hurt me to say this isn't going to be my first initial reaction, because unfortunately I've already recorded this video and it got corrupted. So that was the first one. It got corrupted, the audio didn't come out. Basically all you could do was just see my face and you couldn't actually hear me. And then I recorded the video again and the camera paused. So I've actually had so much hassle trying to record this video, and that's why it's probably getting uploaded a bit late. The character gameplays have been out for like 40 hours now. I waited for the official gameplay to have my first reaction and stuff like that, and then everything just went bad. So I really do apologize that you can't get my first initial reaction, and it's a bit disappointing because you would have probably got a good laugh out of it if you've already seen the character gameplays. There's a lot to talk about with this Nelliel special. Like, and we'll get to it in a minute. We'll get to it when we get to it, right? But it really does annoy me that I can't actually, upload that first video, because I feel like it would have been quite funny. That being said, however, let's just get straight into it, right? Let's talk about these 3 new characters, because I do want to talk about them before they do come out, because they are going to be dropping in less than 24 hours. I will be buying the pack, and I also will be doing a cheeky multi, just to test my luck to see if I can get them, but I will be saving for Bleach, and I feel like most people should too, because even though this banner is not bad, I don't think you really need them. We'll talk about that when we get to it, but let's firstly start with ORIHIME, right? So this ORIHIME, the ORIENT version, or Oriental, I do like the designs of all 3 characters. I do like the theme. I like the character choices, even though many people disagree with the ORIHIME and Nelliel. I don't think it's too bad, and I feel like Kukaku is a nice touch too, because she does deserve a better character. She only has 2 versions in the game right now, or 3 including this one, and the first 2, the swimsuit and meadow exchange character, are quite bad, so I'm a fan of it. So let's go into the ORIHIME one, and we're going to play through it first, and then we'll talk about it when it's done. So it's a special. I do like it. I'm getting a lot of Sword Art Online vibes from this, like Memory Defrag, because they've done banners like this where they have the kind of same design, especially Leafa, where she has like all the green attacks, which I'm kind of seeing the same thing here. So, I mean, strong attacks do look quite nice, but she's an ad character, it doesn't really matter. And then there's an ad string. I think, is that too loud? Okay. So, with Nat characters, since there are 2 Nat characters in this banner, the only part we really care about is this part right here, the Nat string. Where is it? There it is. And since we already know her Nat string already, because she has the exact same Nat string as Tokinada, as Kisuke, Thousand Year Blood or Bambietta, Thousand Year Blood or Kiryu, it's not too unique, right? But it is a good Nat string nonetheless. For a ranged character, you can't really complain about that Nat string. Going into her visuals, however, they're good. They're good. I mean, there's not really much to say. They're good, right? You have ORIHIME on the offensive, which is quite nice to see. She's doing the slashes. I like it. And then you have like a massive green tornado, and then she just pulls up and then does a little pose at the end. I like it. It's a nice touch. You kind of see the same thing with Kukaku when we do get into her. I think it's actually quite cool. I like the poses they're doing with this as well. Goes along with the outfits that they're wearing. I like it. And then her third is full screen. Got a little, I'm going to butcher that name. I have no idea what they're called. I forgot. But it's like her hairpins, right? All over the screen. I like it. This is our second shot attack. It is a boost attack. So one thing to take for note from this, and this is definitely going to bring her down quite a bit, she doesn't have guard break. That's the problem with this character. If she had guard break, she would have been actually quite amazing. One of the better characters in the game if she had guard break. But since she doesn't, she's going to be annoying to play with without guard break. Especially since her second shot attack is a 40-second cooldown, and it, 35 actually. And it also is a boost attack, which means it is classed as a melee attack. So this breaks melee guard, which you don't need to do because you're a ranged character. So her first and third are the only 2 attacks that can break range guard, which she will need to do quite a bit actually, because there are a few Sorobit characters that do have range guard break. So it's quite unfortunate. It does bring it down quite a bit. If she had guard break, she would have been quite perfect. If she had guard break, I just turned on my light. That might have been a weird cut. If she had guard break, she definitely would have been a lot better in my opinion. But it's fine. It's perfectly fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal. She will be fun to play around with. She does have that extra damage to lacerate enemies. So what she will be is a good auto character, a good guild quest character, and also a good epic raid character. If you bring her into epic raid, I'm sure she's going to destroy it, especially if you do have 6 ORIHIMEs in the game, because she is a boost character too, which is an enhanced boost, by the way, because she does have it for 20 seconds. So overall, she's not bad, and I do like her second sword. Like, it is the Vortex one. I think that's actually quite good for an ad character. It'll group them in, and you can just do a bunch of damage. She's alright. She's not too bad. She's not too bad. There's definitely better cards out there. Since she doesn't have guard break, I personally don't really need her. I'm not really going to use her too much, but if I get her, I'll be happy about it. I'll be happy about it. Next up, we have Kukaku. So Kukaku is another fun character. Now, I'll tell you what, lads. If I saw this right here, let's say you sent me this picture right here, like, of Kukaku, right? I would not know that's Kukaku. Even the artwork alone, I barely noticed it was Kukaku outside of the name. even the artwork, when I first saw it, I thought that was Tatsuki, which is kind of funny. I don't know why, and I know I'm not the only one. I think I saw a few people say the same thing, or they thought it was someone else. At first glance, you don't think it's Kukaku. Even the model here. That model, I can barely tell it's her. Like, it's weird, it's weird. But I do like the design, so let's quickly go into it. Let's play the character special. And then watch the gameplay after. I really do like her attacks. And then she ends her attack. And she does something similar to the Orihime, where she ends the animation standing away from the explosion, not even looking at it. It's quite cool. I like it. So let's see it. So she is an ad character, so it doesn't really matter too much about her special or her strong attacks. But they're not bad. She actually got a good kit. That was her third. This is her second. Pretty good. And then her first. Not bad. It's not bad. And then the main part, her net string, which is actually very, very good. Because if you don't know, she is a flurry character. No guard break, but she does have a ranker killer. So she can kind of get away with it, unlike Orihime. She does have long reach, 20% on a flurry character. That's quite big. The last time we got a character like that was Falznia Soifon. What this means, instead of having a 375 radius like every character has nowadays, if you're a melee character at least, she has a 450. Which does make a big difference because, again, she's an ad character. You mainly care about her net string. You'll see here, she has her first hit, her second hit, and then the 2 hits after. So the first 2 hits is in front of her, and then the last 2 hits, the third and fourth hit, is an AoE, and you can kind of see that here. That's pretty good range, lads. That's pretty good range. She's pretty much going to hit a lot of people, which is good for Nad characters, because Nad characters, at least melee ones, you have to get up close and personal. You can end up dying, and that's why I don't bring flurry characters or melee characters into extreme co-op or co-op, because they're not fun to play around with, right? But her, because she does have that extra range, I might do it. I probably still won't anyway, but she's definitely a better option than other characters out there that don't have long reach and flurry. You can also see it here. She does the first hit there, then the second, and then she does the third, which I believe it doesn't hit anyone. Unfortunately, it's like right on the tip that a ranker enemy doesn't get hit, but he does get hit on the fourth one, so it's not too bad, right? Let's actually go into her strong attacks too, because I do want to talk about them. I do like how the hand goes flying off. Making good use of the arm, right? I do like it. So, her third is just a slap on the screen. Is it lazy? I don't know. I feel like maybe... Yeah, I think she literally is just slapping you, which is kind of funny. I feel like maybe her hand should have flew to the screen. I feel like that might have looked better, but no, she genuinely is just slapping you, right? That's kind of funny. That's the third. You got a couple cracks on the screen too, like I'm rocking an iPhone. Then her second is, whenever I see it, here it is. So her second, she actually does eject the hand, Zahando, and it flies across the screen, does a bit of damage. It is an 800 radius AoE. I feel like she actually got very good strong attacks for an ad character, funny enough. Like, let's say she was an SP character, that would have actually been a pretty good kit, honestly. And that's her first. It's just a lunge forward. She's just a little punch. So, Kukaku again, another good Nad character, nothing too groundbreakingly OP, but she is a step in the right direction. She is a melee character with long reach and flurry and poise and a high bruiser. This is definitely the start of a slow power creep that we're going to start getting. I called it from months ago that when we start getting more Nad characters, probably sometime after the 5th anniversary, they're going to start getting long reach, because that's what KLab like to do. They're going to start making these new flurry characters a bit better than the old ones. For example, let's look at Cornfield Grimjow. He is a flurry character. He has hidden enemies. He has DR, high bruiser, flurry, poise. He literally has everything, right? And he also has guard break. He has every skill possible. How can you make a character better than that? Well, I guess the only option for KLab is to do the exact same character, just with long reach, so he's just a bit better, or she, whoever the character might be in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. And this Kukaku, I think, is the start of it. So, overall, I feel like she's a pretty fun character. If you like Kukaku, definitely try and go for her. These characters do return in December, so if you don't want to go for them now, they will come back right before Global's anniversary. And then now, the one where there's a lot to talk about. We have Nelliel. So, to protect my eyes from the simp rays, I need to put these on. Good lord, lads. Good lord. Who at KLab thought of this? Whoever made this special, give this man a raise, right? Because this was definitely a man, right? Let me say that right now. I'm gonna play it, and then we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna stop at the special animation when it's done, because Fam, tell me I'm not the only one that saw that. Alright, so we're going to go in slow motion, right? So, I do think there's a lot to unpack from this special attack, which is actually very cool. This is by far one of the best specials in the game, in my opinion. So, she's standing there with her 2 swords, and then she's doing some like kind of dance moves, right? And then she does a nice pose little there. That might be in the thumbnail. And what you saw is a bit of jiggle, lads. Saw a bit of jiggle, right? Then she goes into another pose. She ain't done there, which again, another nice pose. I do like that. That could also be the thumbnail. But if you slow it down a bit, lads, there's a bit more jiggle, all right? I'm not going insane, am I? We're playing Bleach Brave Souls, right? We've had a few jiggles in the past, but not to this extent. Look at that. And then this is actually very nice, actually. She has the two swords and she combines them, and it becomes like a spear, which I do like. And again, she's doing a lot here, lads. And there's a lot of jiggle. Like, a bit too much. Like, when I saw this, I might actually have my reaction in the bottom right. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, lads. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. There's a lot to unpack on this one, lads. It's actually, quite frankly, something, man. It's September. I need to calm myself, right? But that special attack is something else. It's something else. So, alright, so this might have been a weird cut, but let's right to the gameplay, I guess, for the third time at this point now. So that's our third strong attack. It is not bad. Definitely would have been a lot better. Definitely would have been a lot better on a flurry character, but it is what it is. And then she has 2 lunges. That's her attacks. 2 lunges, which isn't a bad thing. And that's her nice string. Now, I believe this is a bit random, by the way. I believe she has a different voice actor. I know this isn't the first time it's been brought up. I believe she has a different voice actor compared to the anime. I believe she's also, the voice actor doing this one has been the one doing it for the last couple of years anyway. But yeah, it's just a little fun fact that even then it's not confirmed if you guys didn't know. But going into it, so let's do a quick slowdown. So this is our third attack, right? As I mentioned, this definitely would have been a lot better on a flurry character. Someone like Kukaku should have gotten this, or the ORIHIME, because it does group them in. Since these NAD characters are using chappies, you're not doing a lot of damage on your strong attacks, so having an option to group enemies in is always a good thing. And unfortunately, the NAD characters didn't get that, but instead they gave it to an SP character, where she doesn't really benefit from grouping them in. It's not a bad strong attack whatsoever, though, I will say. It's not the worst. Definitely could have been a lot worse, but it's not the best strong attack. But it's perfectly fine, in my opinion. And then her second, this is her second, yes, it is a lunge, which does have some pretty good range. Like, I actually do like the effects. She just does a couple slashes. It looks nice, and I think she actually combines it, right? She does. So her second strong attack is her combining the swords to make it a spear. And she does a couple hits like that. I like it. I like it. And then her first is just a lunge. And oh wait, that's still a second. Her first is a lunge, but she doesn't combine the swords. So I like that. I feel like, however, honestly, I feel like, however, she could have been a transforming character. What you see here, like, imagine she has the dual blade swords, and then on her special she does this. She combines it, it becomes a spear, and then for 30 seconds you get your strong attacks back, and you get to keep the sword in like a spear. I feel like that would have been perfect. I feel like that actually would have been a lot better, would have made her a lot more unique, and would have made her also a lot better. But it doesn't matter too much. It definitely would have made her a lot better, though, in my opinion. So overall, even her kit is not bad. You know, having a decently good first strong attack, having 2 strong attacks that are lunges, is not a bad thing to have. She definitely is a top 10 man character in my opinion. She definitely holds up. And that's all there is to talk about. Unfortunately, like I said, you couldn't have my first reactions. But I hope this did suffice, hopefully. I mean, that's all there is to say about that. So overall, right, this is the first time, again, the Orient banner. I like it. I do like it. I'm probably going to pay attention to the story in this one for the point event, because I am curious on what these characters are. I want to know more about these characters, because I do like the designs. I'm a fan of this seasonal event. I do like it. And this does bring up the question, is this replacing Spirit Society? I know people might say it's too soon to say, and that is true. People did say that about Desert Society, that it did replace Parasol. I didn't believe it, but apparently that was the case, because Parasol hasn't happened yet. So this very well can replace Desert Society. So this very well can replace Spirit Society or Halloween, because technically Spirit Society can be classed as Halloween. It really depends on how they want to do it. I really don't know, but I have to wait and see, because the next banner is going to be Burn the Witch, and then October, at least from the past 2 or 3 years, is dedicated to Halloween-esque events, right? The mid-month is going to be Halloween-related, and then the end of month, which does fall on the Halloween day, it's going to be Spirit Society. That could be Thousand Year Blood War. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully not. But yeah, overall, I do like the characters. They are not bad. Is it worth going all in? Probably not. I don't really recommend it. But if you do want to do a few cheeky summons, then feel free to do that. The character designs are on point. I like the attacks. I like the animations. And if you are a fan of these characters, definitely consider summoning. Again, also keep in mind they do return in December. So that's definitely the highlight of that Orihime special. I do like it. Same goes for the Kukaku. She ended on a pose here. You don't get that with Nelliel, though. I feel like maybe she should have ended on a pose, but instead she does something different. But she has her, you know, uniqueness. Like, it's getting annoying here, lads. It's getting annoying here. Alright, anyway, that was the video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Just a short one. I guess it wasn't even too short, probably like 15 minutes long. Let me know in the comments below if you are pulling on this banner. And also let me know who you're summoning for, or who you're simping for in No Sim September. Keep a lookout, lads. Anyway, that was the video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you lads in the next one. Peace.